Hello? Hello? Can y'all hear me? I'm sorry, I'm a few minutes late. It's not 100% my fault. I was here on time, but my computer's audio was being a little bit wonky, and we're gonna find out in a minute if I fixed it. I couldn't get the game audio to work, and naturally, like the professional that I am, I decided to start the stream on a silent screen in the game where there is no audio. So bear with me, and if you guys can hear the game when we actually start playing, let me know. If you can't, let me know. Hopefully you can hear my voice. Why don't I get my hellos in order? Fiction of Grandeur, good to see you. Karan says hi. Dogface, hello. Tim W. I probably still eat too much sugar. I just got chocolate. Canadian chocolate. I was in Canada this weekend, and I don't actually know no, the chocolate wasn't from Canada. Well, I mean, yes, I purchased it in Canada, and I took it over the border, but it was chocolate that is harder to get here, or maybe less common here. I don't know. Look, I went on my own sugar rush. I went up to Niagara Falls. I rode the Sky Wheel. It was a fantastic time. It was actually a very lovely weekend. But now it's October. It's spooky season. We're here playing a spooky game. We gotta get started because we know that this game is long. She is a long journey we're on, and I've already wasted a lot of time. So, I mean, you know where we are. We're moving through doors. We're figuring out who our killer is. I think that pretty much sums up everything that we've done, all right? You guys are here, I think, almost every time. If you're new here, what are you doing starting on part 8, okay? It's your responsibility. Go back to where we were and figure it out. All right, with that being said, Santa had stepped forward. Uh-oh. Hang on, my keyboard's getting in the way of everything. Ah, son of a bitch. Okay, we're good. Oops. Sorry about that. Okay, we're good. Santa had stepped forward. He grabbed hold of the door and then turned to look back toward the rest of them. I heard audio. Did you hear audio? Did you hear a Are you ready? I'm gonna open it. They all nodded. Santa nodded back and threw the door open. And all 4 of them leapt through. So right. I believe Lotus and Clover are probably going to be big mad at us. It took only a moment for them to realize where they were. They had been there only a short time ago. Moist Veronica! Hello, how have you been? Welcome back. It was a large hospital room filled with countless beds. Right. Yes. We have, in fact, figured this out before. Lotus and Clover looked up as they entered. Ace was there as well, although he looked like he had only just woken up. The moment they spotted Junpei, Lotus and Clover headed straight for him. As she neared him, Lotus drew back her fist. Ah! My face! Oh my god! Oh, you bitch! Lotus had slapped him, open palmed across the face. Well, hey, say it together, class. Excuse me, princess. Oh, hi, sweetie. How could you do this to us? Her face was furious. Well, honey, it's important that men go first. We had to make sure that the scene was safe and stable. She grabbed Junpei by the collar and shook him violently. Clover didn't touch him, but the hate in her eyes was no less potent. It was Seven who had stopped them. Oh, knock it off, broad. We got bigger shit to worry about than your old jiggly tits. His deep voice echoed across the massive room. Lotus glared at Seven, but let Junpei go after one last vicious shake. Shake. What? Go on. Have a look. Yeah, I stuck the screwdriver in the door. The door over there, the one without a number. As long as the screwdriver's in there, you can't really shut it, so you can go in there now. Seven also explained how they might find the shower room and how he'd use the broom to ensure the door would be open. Then you're saying that we can go in there without passing through the numbered door? Yeah, that's literally what I'm saying, ma'am. Well, what the hell is in there? Well, you'll know when you see. I'm literally telling you to go look in the door. Is it the best idea to have Clover look in the door? Lotus and Clover looked at one another for a moment, then nodded and stepped through the door. I don't think we're handling this with the tact and grace that we should. I wouldn't, like, go up to the little sis and be like, hey, we got a pretty, cool surprise for you in that door. Why don't you go take a look? I mean, it's literally her exploded brother. Anyways, by then, Ace had made his way to them, moving with the stiff, shuffling steps of someone who had only just awoken from a lengthy slumber. My goodness! I know I said I was sure you'd come back for me, but I didn't think it would happen so soon. Yeah. Alright, should I go as well? Yeah, probably. Alright, so they're all gonna follow. Alright, let's listen for the screams, boys. No. Oh. The squeal of tortured metal made Junpei's teeth curl. It sounded like the noise of a ghost. No matter how many times he'd heard it, he never got quite used to it. Every time it put him on edge. It didn't help that there was a girl nearby who looked far more like a ghost than a living human should. And it was Clover. She sat on the edge of the bed, her head drooping listlessly onto her... Oh, guys, we're back in repeat territory. Yep, here we go. Oof. Oh. I don't mean to be disrespectful. The dead deserve their time. Is Zero still on the ship of them? Last time I said, of course. Technically, I guess maybe I'm not so positive this time, but for the sake of, speed, why don't we just stick with the... why don't we stick with the same old? Girl, that's crazy! I don't even know what I'm answering anymore. We're just trying to go through different doors. I think that's the gist of what I got here. And we have to ask 7 about Ice 9. That is also on my to-do list at some point. Alright. It's better to not, you know, deal with this kind of trauma. Anyways, so, we unpacked the death of Clover's brother. We've already done that, and I don't mean to be disrespectful, but I don't feel like doing it a second time. So we're just gonna stand here, in front of the elevators, next to the stairs that led to the casino and to the kitchen. Between the two elevators was a card reader with the Mercury symbol. Junpei stood in front of it with the Mercury key card. He'd found the card while investigating the shower room. He took a deep breath and slid the card through the reader. It made a small beep, and the lights on the reader blinked to life. Now, they were ready. 7 people, including Junpei, climbed into the elevator. There were only 2 floor buttons, the C and the bottom buttons. The rest were destroyed or did nothing when pushed. Junpei hit the bottom button, and the door closed. Slowly, they began their descent downward into madness. Sometime later, all 7 of them stepped off the elevator into the bottom's deck. They stepped off and saw that the hallway to the right ended somewhere between 20 and 25 feet. Hallway was a dead end, but it wasn't a regular dead end. There was a door! The number 2 door! Ooh. Let's see if we can go through it this time. We did door number 6 last time. So door number 2 would be new. I think door number 1 is the other new one. And then door number 9 is the last one. This is a numbered door! Yes, it is. It's door number 2. Immediately, they began to discuss who would go through it. Their earlier experiences had shown them that they would meet again, regardless of which numbered doors that they had taken. As a result, there were no arguments this time. Instead, they concerned themselves with who would be sent to investigate what was beyond the door. The first to volunteer was 7. Junpei followed suit, which meant Lotus was, by default, the 3rd member. Oh, wait, is this just happening then? So I'm with 7 and Lotus? 5 plus 7 plus 8 is 20, 2 plus 0 equals 2. Okay. Suddenly my memory's getting a little bit finicky. I might be having a false memory. I thought last time we were able to choose which door we wanted to go through. But this time, we're just being sent through door number 2. Maybe that's a consequence of having picked door number 3? Because I feel like I chose door 6. I don't feel like the game forced me into door 6. But the game is forcing me into door 2 right now. Okay. Alright, we're taking off. Okay. Just be careful, Jumpy. Right. Oh, jeez, you two are acting like an old married couple, you know that? Yeah, that's my little girl. A little bit of a conspiracy nut, but she's my bae, my sweetie pie, my honey biscuit. I'm gonna take her to the end of the line, 7. June blushed. So did Junpei. Because we're in love. We're in mad love, the best kind of love you could ever have. People dream about having the type of love we have. I really fucking hope she isn't the one who stabbed me in the back. That'd really suck, honey. Perhaps in an attempt to hide his emotions, Junpei quickly turned away to pull the lever on the RED. Shing! The door opened. As they'd come to expect, there appeared to be a short hallway upon the other side. All right, let's go. Lotus was the first through the door. 7 was next, and Junpei brought up the rear. Alright boys, we're moving into new territory pretty quick. Fortunately, it took them only moments to find the dead. It had been placed just inside the room next to the numbered door. They gathered around it quickly and scanned each of their bracelets. Damn, 7 has some meaty hands. It stopped. Yeah, it stopped. Junpei could feel his heart pounding against the inside of his ribs. 7 and Lotus were breathing hard and fast. It was the 3rd time they'd been through the process, but yet they had yet to grown accustomed to it. Not that Junpei wanted to. He planned to finish the game before he had a chance to let imminent death become commonplace. Right. About that. Alright, so where are we? It was a short hallway with 5 doors along the walls. There were 3 doors along the left wall. And a single one on the right. At the end of the hallway, the 5th door was covered by a thick metal plate. Junpei didn't think they'd be able to open it. After taking a look around the room himself, 7 had spoke. Alright, Bubs, let's get started. I think we'd better split up. You two okay with that? Yeah, that's no problem. Sure, I guess. 7 nodded to them and stepped into the room closest to him. Lotus looked at the doors for a moment, then headed for the one in the center. At last, Junpei was left alone. Well, I guess I'd better get started too. He looked intently at the remaining 3 doors. Emergency. Did that say emergency? Oh. Alright, boys. It's time for a new puzzle. Let's see how fast I can do it this time. Let's put to... Oh, wow. Confinement room hallway. Front hallway. Alright, well, I guess let's start looking at things. Oh. Alright, I guess we're gonna start in here. Oh, hi. Oh, what the hell is this supposed to be? It's like a drawing of a whirlpool or something. I mean, if I had to guess, I'd say it was trying to look like water. Right, but what does it mean? Huh. You know, it looks like the water doesn't work. Doesn't matter how much 7 turns that thing, no water's coming out. Has the water been shut off from somewhere else? Maybe so. There's a tile stuck in the drain. Yeah, there's a little tile in there. Doesn't look like we're gonna be able to pull it out. We might have to use our heads on this one. Alright, I'm a smart boy. I got this. Maybe, possibly. Okay, well, for now. We took a look. Oh! Gotta check all the toilets for secrets. Oh, a symbol on the lid. Oh, seems a little fishy to me. It's a sun symbol, but it doesn't look like the ones on the doors. Yeah, so what about it? Just that, I guess. Aw, damn, this toilet's pretty nasty to begin with, but the inside's even worse. Honestly, I'm amazed you could bring yourself to touch it. Yeah, me too. Hang on, let me... Skadurdle. Wait. No. Yes? I think I moved my camera the wrong way. Oh, fuck. Alright. There is a lot of stuff nastier than a toilet. I had to get used to cleaning toilets. I was a minimum wage worker. I've lived the experience of wiping other people's shit off of toilet seats and toilet walls. Well, I guess bathroom stall walls. I don't understand what is wrong with people of the public. I don't understand how you use a public toilet and you can get your fecal residue literally on the ground, on the walls, on places that aren't even the toilet itself. But you have to understand. You have to be a truly evil person to not clean up after yourself if you do that. Because somebody's job is going to have to be to do that, and I've done it before, okay? I've been the man who has to get down on his knees and scrub other strangers' shit off of toilet seats and walls in, like, the public... Like, in the Tim Hortons that I've worked in is where I did it the most frequently. It was gross. A toilet paper tube, huh? I seriously doubt I'm gonna need this for anything. Oh, but did I take it anyways? Well, this part is thinner than the rest. In fact, this doesn't really look like it's part of the rest of this thing. The rod feels loose. Maybe if I give it a couple of turns. Yeah, crank the shaft, my boy. Alright, screwdriver shaft. Oh, hey, this is a screwdriver shaft. It's missing a handle, though. Oh, even if we run it into a screw, it fits. We're gonna have a hard time without a handle. Got it. Thank you, Dora. So we're looking for a handle. Understood. What else? There's a dirty blanket on the bed. Great. Is that all? Dirty blanket on the bed. Man, this is a mess. It's not even a bed anymore. Yeah, you're telling me. Can I... Hang on, I'm gotta... Sorry, I'm making some on-the-fly, on-the-wall, on-the-fly adjustments here. Pardon my reach. I can't say I'd want to sleep there. Yeah, no, same. Anything else sussy? What's in here? Oh, what the hell? It's not opening. Oh my god! I did a haunted house this weekend too.
Tomla
Somehow that
has
just
just
reminded me
donated
of it.
$4. Obligatory jump scare. Anyways, first stream of October proper. Hehe. You got any costumes in mind this year? If not, you should dress up as Princess Peach. Lol. Live your Peachette moment.
I probably won't do Peach, as much as I love to play her in the video games. For Halloween, usually my go-to is some kind of skin-tight bodysuit. You know, like a classic gay. Will I reuse Spider-Man? I don't know. Will I get a new superhero? I don't know. I have yet to be to the Spirit Halloween store. We'll have to see. Maybe... Will this be the year that I get to do a couple's costume? Probably not. But a boy can dream, can't he? Tom Leah, thank you so much for the donation. Alright, there's something up with the drawer. We don't trust it. I don't know what that means. Oh, hey, here's the thing we gotta screw. There's a pair of screws into the desk. Damn it! If only we had a handle! Alright, yeah. Okay, so I see what we need to do. We just need to find the right equipment first. How about the chair? It's pretty old. If 7 sat on it, it would probably break. Oh, are you calling me fat, Bubs? No, I'm saying your big muscle ass is just so dense. And muscle weighs more than fat. And so you should be impressed with all of the work that you've done. Wait, no, I'm not ready for that. Alright, I mean, yeah, let's go one door at a time. Alright, what's in this one? Oh, it's a river. Somebody made some wavy blue lines on this mirror with the paint, so we got a whirlpool and we got a river. Is that a drawing of a blue scarf? No, you dumb fuck, it's a river! Is it a blue scarf? I don't know, maybe. Maybe I'm too hell-bent on thinking of it as water. This drain is kind of a weird shape for a drain. You'd think they'd make it in, you think they made it in that shape for a reason or just for fun? Yeah, the square is odd. I don't know. Alright, mystery on this toilet? Maybe? Yeah, this one's the moon. Maybe it's a reference to Pokemon. A moon? What a filthy, disgusting moon. Well, yeah, it's pretty filthy, but it's a precious hint. Well, let's remember it, alright? Yeah, I gotcha. The paper seems to be pretty old. Honestly, how the hell can you touch that? It's horrible. Well, it's not really like I have a choice, do I? You look like the kind of woman that's never had to wipe another person's shit in your kind of job, alright? So why don't you consider yourself lucky? It's not like we want to do this. What about over here? Oh. Oh, it's a towel. And it combines the river with the whirlpool. So it's actually like, oh my god, it looks like fucking Morpha. The boss from Ocarina of Time. The water temple boss. It looks like a towel. I have to wonder if the design means anything, though. Yeah, it means we gotta combine these two things somehow. Maybe you should consider what the design might mean. Yeah. I'm working on it. The bed looks cold. Pretty sure you'd freeze to death in the winter. Yeah, no kidding. Wait, whoa. What the fuck are you saying to me? Oh, Junpei, aren't you lucky? It seems you'll die before you have a chance to grow old and hideous. I wish I could say the same to you, because you're about to die in this game, but you know what? According to 7, you're already old and hideous. Yeah, dry skin is a woman's worst enemy. Okay. What about this? There's nothing in the drawer. Fuck. Yeah, something's not right, though. That handle on the drawer doesn't really fit, you know? It just looks kind of, messy. Well, then why don't you take it out? Okay. Oh, the whole fucking drawer we're taking out. So there's a mirror on the other side of this drawer. Interesting. There is. It's kind of an odd shape, and it looks like someone attached the handle with a screw. Huh. Yeah, there is a mirror. Can I combine? I cannot. Well, we took the drawer out, but nothing happened. Of course, there's no way you could hide a puzzle in something that small. It still seems like they might try to, you know? There's something to all this. It looks like there's something in there. In where? In here? No dice, doesn't matter what angle I go at it from, I can't see anything in there. Oh. What? I'm confused. I am confusion. I have confusion. Can I do anything with the sink now? Oops. With the towel? It looks just like the part of the design on the towel. Do you think that means anything? On the towel, it looks like water is flowing from the river to the spring. Do you think that means we need to make water flow from here? Right. Can I do that? There's no knob on this faucet. There's no way we can get water out of it like this. If we can find a knob or something that'll work as one. Does the drawer? This might be a stupid question. These sinks, they're on opposite sides of the wall. It's not just the sinks. Everything's opposite. It's like a mirror image. So, that's normal if you're both using the same water pipes, right? Yeah, it is. Huh. Okay. I'll be back in this room. Wait, I forgot to check something important. The stool. The chair for prisoners, it's rusty, but I don't think it's gonna be a lot of help. Oh. Okay. Alright, yeah. Lotus doesn't want to touch anything. She's not having any of it. Maybe you should have worn more clothes. In that case, let's go over toward this room. Emergence! Emergence. There are a bunch of tiles on the door that spell out emergence. Emergence? Maybe it means we need to emerge out of here. Well, can I get out of it? This is our escape door? Do we need to do something with the tiles to open the door? Oh, is it like an anagram? Is that correct? What else can you spell out of this? Synergy. I'll think about that. No spoilers, chat. I can do it all by myself. Probably. How do I go down the hallway? Okay, here we go. What's this? Oh! Ew, I don't really like this one. I can just barely see a mirror from the light coming through the ceiling. Sure would be nice if that mirror was a little lower down. It looks like it's the same height as the mirror on the right. I wonder if that means anything. Yeah, me too. Why so high? The mirror's real high! In fact, it's so high that it's kind of hard to see a reflection in it. Okay. It's a sink, but there's no light shining on it. It's hard to be sure because it's so dark in here, but I don't think there's anything. Okay. The faucet is too hard to turn. Nice. What's going on? Oh! Huh. What is this? 14 equals E. It probably means a 14 somewhere represents an E, but I don't know what 14 that would be. Or it means that there's an E somewhere that represents 14. Okay, wait. Check the toilet paper. It's still white enough for me to know what it is, even in the dark. Nothing particularly out of the ordinary. Right. Okay. The bed? It's a blanket, not really a great one, but it'll get the job done. The light's barely enough to see by. I feel like I'm gonna see a ghost here or something. Right. Okay. And my mirror box, I can't do anything with? Oh, no, I can. Oh, look at that. We can probably use the mirror to reflect the light. See? This is my Legend of Zelda knowledge coming into play. This is such a mirror shield kind of room. I just gotta figure out where to reflect the light. Maybe if I go somewhere that's a little easier to shine light on. Okay. I can see a partition. So if I shine this light on the mirror in the back... Oh, I get it. I don't. I see the sun and the moon. If I shine light on a mirror, a symbol appears. The left one has a sun, and the right one's got a moon symbol. I'm gonna remember this. The left is the moon, the right is the sun. Okay. Uh, 4, 7. So if I shine light on this mirror, I get to see some numbers. There's a 4 on the left and a 7 on the right. Sun on the left, moon on the right. So the sun is 4, the moon is 7? What do I do with the numbers, though? Well, there's another chair. It doesn't seem to do anything. There's another drawer. Ah! God damn it! No matter how hard I pull, this damn thing won't budge. Guess I'm not gonna be opening it. Doesn't seem to be anything. How am I supposed to open it? Girl, I don't know. I'm still trying to find a handle. Okay. Understood. What's down here? There's a door in the back. I wonder where it goes. Yeah, I thought of that, and I tried a couple things, but, same result. Great. Grand. Okay. Thanks for all your help. The ceiling. Yeah, ceiling. So that's a ceiling, huh? Ooh, when you have run out of ideas. Huh. Yes, that's a ceiling, huh? I'm investigating. I wonder if it's sealing us in. That's the hallway ceiling. Okay, we're done. Oh my god, okay. There's a bulge in the wall. Oh, yeah, you're telling me. Alright, it seems that I've reached an impasse. Is there something perchance I can do with the... with you? And the towel? Nope, oops. Yeah, partition for privacy, I get it. Towel? There's a spring at the bottom of this river, I guess I can see that much. Yeah, it looks like that thing on the mirror. Uh-huh. The picture looks like a spring with water and the sink's all dried out. Yeah, that's part of our problem. So this has a handle, but no water comes out. Can I do anything with this? There's a tile stuck in the drain. There's no way we're gonna be able to pull it out. Right. Can I screw it out? No. Nope. Oops. Alright, we need to get a where am I gonna get the handle for the screwdriver? That's the thing that we're missing. All I need is a goddamn handle. Alright, so sun equals 4, moon equals 7. Is it like a flushing thing? So this is what the moon symbol is pointing to, huh? They probably made it so that someone wouldn't trigger it by accident. That's one. Oh my god, it's like Francesca. I have to do it over and over. Okay, that's 2, that's 3. Alright, we're getting somewhere, boys. 4. 5. 6. That was 7. Huh? Did you hear something? I heard a loud flushing noise over and over and over again. No, not that. Did I unlock the drawer? No, the drawer's already been open. What did I do? Drain is a really weird shape. Did I change anything? No knob on the faucet. Alright, well let's do the sun and see if we can figure it out. Did I fix the water? I did not. Okay, sorry. Alright, let's finish our adventure. This is the sun. Here comes the sun. Oh, the handle's pretty loose, eh? Aw, son of a bitch! No, I need to flush that toilet 4 times! Oh, is this the handle for my screwdriver? Wait a second. So if I just stick this metal rod on this handle... Fuck yeah, I got a screw. Okay, that's some can I still flush the toilet, maybe? The only thing you can manipulate in this room is that string. Chances are they made this puzzle so someone wouldn't trigger it by accident. Alright, that's 1. Yeah, this is 2. 3rd pull. 4th pull. Boys, did you think you'd get to hear so many toilets flush? There it is again! It makes some kind of weird sound when I pull on the string. The same thing happened in the other room, so that means... Oh, no, don't you think it's a little suspicious that the other room gave us a hint to figure this one out? Yeah, you're right. The room next door is just like this one, so that just leaves the dark room. Yeah, I'm gonna go there next. Don't you worry about it. But first, I can screw around. Sweet! I got the screws off. Oh, now we can open the drawer. Fuck yeah, we can. 7, let's open her up and see what we got. Fuck! There's nothing in here. Oh, well, maybe the drawer is what we need. The drawer? Alright, let's length the thing out. Is there another mirror on this one? There's not. Oh, what does this say? Or what is it? Oh, there's a bump on the back. I wonder what it's for. Oh, maybe there's a hole somewhere and this trigger them. Right, let's go put it in... Let me take my wood and go and put it in Lotus's box. Cause I'm gay. It's time for some conversion therapy, boys. Hey, Lotus! I need to check out your box if you don't mind. What? Yeah, don't worry, I'll be real quick about it. It sounded like something... falling? What was that? Huh, I heard it too. Let's open the drawer. Okay. Oh. A tile. Oh, the 14! Which is E. E equals MC squared? Is there a back to it? What's this tile for? Red, blue, gray. Several lines in each color. What does it mean? I don't know, but I see a 14. Your guess is as good as mine. Right. What do I do with it? Can I clog the sink with it? Let's investigate. George! What, you guys? The drain is a really weird shape. I guess that's not what this is for. I think I just need to get the other tile. Alright, let's go back to the dark room. It's a different kind of dark room. Alright, hello? Has anything changed in here? Anything suspicious? What's under the toilet? 14 equals E. Doesn't look like anything changed in this room. Was it on something I'm carrying around? Yeah, it is. It's on my tile. I can just barely make out the string for the toilet, but I can't get a hold of it. You know, it kind of pisses me off that I can see it, but I can't touch it. Oh, girl. Welcome to my life. Maybe this has something to do with this? The tiles we found and the tiles here are the same size. When I touched the tiles on the door, I felt something weird. You know, I can move these tiles. Oh, then that means maybe if you swap the tiles we got with the tiles on the wall, something'll happen. I suppose now we just need to figure out what the strange designs on these tiles mean. At any rate, we should look for all of the tiles that are the same size. Right. So I'm missing tiles. Well, we know that much. So what did I do? Did I get the water to turn on at all? No? Huh. Something is amiss. This looks like a toilet. Yeah. I mean, their clue was like, maybe you did something in the dark room. Right? That was their clue. Did I do it out of order because I did the moon first? I get the feeling I shouldn't pull it anymore. Right. Okay, no, we're done with that. So, the dark room must be our suspicious room. Ray of light in the center of the room. We don't need to shine light on the hint anymore. Right, because we figured out the hint. Oh, did this unlock? It did! Okay, this drawer opens easily enough. Okay. So we got another tile. Oh, they're like... Oh. There's a bunch of weird lines on this tile thing. I don't think I can figure this one out on my own. Oh, and another one. Okay. There's a bunch of weird ones. Yeah. But how do we get the last tile? I still don't know. Huh. Alright, so doing the puzzles must have done that for us. I still don't think we have enough, right? Yeah, there's 4 E's. We only have 3 tiles. So how do I get the last tile? Can I do it with the screwdriver? There's a tile stuck in the drain. There's no way we're going to be able to pull it out. The towel. The spring looks just like this thing on the mirror. Yeah. Right. But... Alright, so this water puzzle is the one that I'm stumped on. If we can figure out the water puzzle, I think we'll be good to go. Let me go in the mirror room. There's no knob on this faucet. If I could find a replacement, that would be sweet. What about... Yeah. What about this? Isn't this my replacement? The drawer knob? If I could find a replacement, that'd be sweet. Because isn't this a knob? Can I combine it? Oh my god, here we go. If I use the screwdriver on the screw on the center of this handle, maybe I can. Boys, I've done it. Alright, yeah, I got this. Okay. Lotus, I know what to do with my knob. Don't you worry. Alright, here we go, boys. Sweet! Alright, now I can turn the water on. Okay, let's do it. Junpei, what are you doing? Isn't it obvious? I'm running the water. Well, yeah, I can see that. I'm asking why you're letting it run like that. Think about it, Lotus. This faucet didn't have a knob when we found it, right? What do you mean? Just watch, honey. Let the men here do the work. The water's filling up, Junpei. Doesn't that mean the pipes are clogged? Oh, right. Let's turn it off for now. Did anything change? The water stopped flowing. Well, thank you, Catherine. Obvious. Junpei, I'm leaving this one to you, alright? Yeah, girl, I'm way ahead of you. Like, 5 steps. Go to the other room. Did my sink fill? Whoops. Yeah, she did. There's water in this room, too. Oh, what do you mean in this room, too? Well, I turned on the faucet, you see. I made water come up through here. Oh, so the drain in the other room runs here, and the water is from over there. That's right. I just gotta grab this tile. Okay. Now we are good to go. Junpei put the wet tile into his pocket. He was about to turn away when... there was a noise behind him. He spun around to see Seven kneeling on the floor? What? His face was rigid and pale. Droplets of sweat covered his forehead. What's going on? Are you okay, dude? He was concerned. He'd never seen Seven like this before. Slowly, the other man lifted himself to his feet on shaky legs. Oh, yeah, I'm fine, Bubs. Just got a little dizzy is all. His face was pale and his breathing was heavy. Sweat was pouring off of his face, and it was staining his shirt. He was many things, but fine was not one of them. Are you sure? You don't really look so good. Seven didn't answer. Half of his face was twisted, as if it was distorted by extreme pain, and his eyes were glazed. Is he sick like June? I gotta sneeze. Nope. I'm losing it. Wait. Fuck. What in the world is going on? Are we all, like, sickly?
Finally, he spoke.
Oh, what am I doing here?
His words made no sense. What are you talking about? We opened the number 2 door and we walked in here. Right? Don't tell me you forgot.
No, that's not it.
He shook his head several times as if he was trying to clear something from it.
It ain't much. I think some of my memories came back. I feel like I've been here before.
What? Huh?
I have been in this room before. You were here? Like, in this room specifically, or in this ship? What? When? Where? Why?
Who, what, when, where, and why? Oh.
Oi! Oi, light! No.
Suddenly, Seven was mumbling to himself in a weird accent that completely switched up from his regular voice. But they were words that Junpei didn't understand. Seven's hoarse voice trailed off, and Junpei couldn't make out what he had said. The fuck is going on with you? Seven's brow furrowed furiously, and he ground his teeth back and forth.
It's right there. I feel like I'm this close to remembering everything. I just can't.
Seven stopped, frustrated. He pulled his hat off and ran a hand through his hair, and then suddenly he looked up, his eyes wide.
Oh, that's right! An experiment! There was some kind of experiment going on this ship.
Huh, Clover said the same thing.
So, both Clover and Seven have memories from the ship from, I'm gonna guess, 9 years earlier? Does that mean all of us are allegedly from this ship? Junpei, do we have memories unrelated to this ship?
An experiment? What kind of an experiment?
Yeah, they were trying to control people, or something like that.
Junpei didn't know what to make of Seven's story. Instead, he simply stared as Seven continued.
Oi.
Fucking hell, dude. I don't know. AOI.
Light and Nona. Those were their names. Or, well, those were some of their names. The kids that were there. In the experiment, I mean. I think there were 4 or 5 more, but, I don't really remember their names.
What?
Yeah, that's right. That's why I'm here.
Seven began to mumble to himself and wander aimlessly about the room. He looked confused. So far as Junpei could tell, the man was simply rambling, and there were odd twitches to his movements.
Experiment. Cradle Pharmaceutical. The kidnapped kids. Was I working on that case?
Seven continued to mumble to himself about things that meant nothing to Junpei. Junpei didn't have any answers for him, of course. He couldn't understand what was happening to Seven. All he could do was wait. Okay, so he has a connection to Cradle Pharmaceuticals. Cradle Pharmaceuticals operated on this ship. Santa was invested in Cradle Pharmaceuticals, allegedly, and made a lot of money from a recent investment in them. After a few minutes, Seven finally stopped. He crunched down and looked under the bed. His face registered mild surprise, and he began to mumble to himself again.
Oh, the hole's gone? No, maybe it was a different room. Oh, there's gotta be a ton of rooms on this boat that look just like this one.
At this point, Junpei could no longer sit around in silence.
I'm sorry, what exactly is it that you are remembering? Whose hole?
I mean, maybe you could just stop talking like a crazy person and explain to me what the fuck is going on? Seven stood up slowly.
Well, it's not like I really remember everything. I only got bits and pieces, and they're scattered, you know? They don't really make much sense.
I don't care! Tell me the bits and pieces, then!
Well, I'm trying to, Bubs.
Junpei could feel it. Whatever Seven had remembered, it was important. It was clearly very important. Seven drew a large, muscled hand down across his face. As he wiped the sweat from his brow, he spoke.
Well, from what I can remember, I think I was a cop. A cop, huh? Yeah. I was looking for that group of kids that got kidnapped 9 years ago. You remember that, right? I mean, it was all over the news.
No, but I feel like that probably could have gotten brought up earlier. Yeah. I was still in school. I mean, I don't remember all the details, but I do remember some of it. Missing, where have these 16 boys and girls gone to? Well, that's more than 9, don't you think? I feel like it was a bunch of kids right around my age. Huh. They all just disappeared, and nobody knew why. It was all over TV and the newspapers every day. So you're saying that you were investigating it?
I think I was. I guess I must have found something. You know, there was this medical company called Cradle Pharmaceutical that had something to do with those kids. And after I figured that much out, I managed to get some information out of somebody who worked for them.
Oh, it's all coming back to you, are you?
Yeah, they told me that a ship would be leaving that night with all of the kids on it. They were going to be taken to some kind of big passenger ship somewhere out in the ocean.
Huh. Oh my Christ! Daddy? No. What? Papa? He's a secret agent? Cody Banks? So Seven had headed to the wharf with a firearm. He kept to the shadows, and before long, he found the suspicious ship that he'd been looking for. There were a number of human shapes moving near the ship. They were men in black suits. Many of them were carrying large bags onto the ship. The bags. There was something about the way they moved as they were carried. There could be no mistake. There were humans in those bags. He had moved before he even realized he was going to. Out of the shadows he came, his gun already in his hand. He heard the words, "Don't move," but they weren't his words. He felt metal touch the back of his head. "Drop your gun." The cold voice had come from behind him. With the words, he felt a cold metal thing behind him press against his skull. Slowly, he crouched down and laid his gun on the ground. And then suddenly, he felt a sharp pain on his neck. A needle. Was it some sort of drug? As he was thinking about that, Seven felt his face hit the cold concrete beneath him. He could feel the chill of it seeping into him. Huh.
Oh, damn it! You know, shit. This is really making my head hurt.
Seven woke to find himself lying on a hard floor. He twisted his neck to peer around the room.
Oh, where am I?
There was a small, shabby bed and a dirty sink. A toilet with no stall of privacy of any sort. As a cop, it was a place Seven had seen all too often.
Huh, I'm in a cell.
Opposite the toilet was a door, set into the wall. Seven struggled to his feet and hobbled toward it. He gave the door a good shove, and then another, trying to pull it. It didn't open. Well, that was about what he had expected. It wasn't likely that someone would put him in a cell only to leave it unlocked. He threw himself against the door a few times, but to no avail.
Oh, I knew it.
Seven grumbled to himself as he moved back toward the bed, and he sat down. He sat there for a very long time. Just how long? He wasn't sure. At last he began to nod off. He had nearly fallen asleep when he was roused by a distant voice.
There's...
Over! It's 9! The voice was very far away. Seven couldn't understand what it was saying. It's 9. Was he hearing other people playing the nonary game? Nonetheless, it was a voice, and a high one, most likely that of a child. His eyes had shot open. As he listened, he could pick out several different distinct voices. There were at least 5, maybe 6, maybe even more. Where were the voices coming from? He looked around the room frantically. Perhaps the door? No, that wasn't it.
Let go.
Was it coming from the left? Was it coming from under the bed? He grabbed the bed and flipped it up with ease. And there it was. There was a hole for ventilation in the wall where the bed had been covered, or where the bed had been. It was covered with a metal grate. 7 lay down on his stomach, and he peered through the grate. He couldn't see anything. It was too dark. Now that he'd found it, however, there could be no doubt. This was the source of the voices. For a moment, he was confused. Oopsies. Why were there children nearby? Then he remembered what the man from Cradle Pharmaceutical had told him. How a ship would take the kidnapped children from the wharf to a waiting passenger liner out in the ocean. Was 7 on that passenger liner? It didn't matter. What mattered was that he would find a way to the children. 7 looked at the metal grate. Could he fit through the hole? He stuck his fingers through the grate and grabbed hold of it. Alright, well, Daddy... Oh, did he do it?
Oh, jeez. I'm panting aggressively because I pulled off a metal grate. How'd you like that, you son of a bitch? Oh my god, his face is kind of dopey. But he's still sexy as fuck.
The dark square sat open before him. 7 wiped the sweat from his forehead and crawled inside.
Well, then what happened? Don't stop there. Junpei was waiting on the edge of his seat for 7 to resume his story. The longer he waited, however, the clearer it became that 7 had no intention of doing so. He went completely silent and simply stared off into the air, his eyes blank. Well, what happened after that? He'd waited long enough. But 7 simply shook his head. I don't remember what happens after that. I think I found some kind of door out of the duct. And I think I found some of the kids, too.
Oh?
Oh, man. Oh, why can't I remember what happened next?
Well, what happened to the kids, 7? Did you save them?
I don't know. I don't know if it was me. I just got this feeling like one of the kids died. I think it was a girl.
A girl, huh? Deep in his heart, Junpei felt something very cold. 7's head dropped, and Junpei saw it. A look of sadness, the likes of which he had never seen on the man before. His eyes blinked rapidly as if he were fighting back tears, and he swallowed hard.
Oh, sighs and pain and agony.
His sigh was like the melancholy setting of an old abandoned building. He shook his head and spoke.
Anyway, just... please, don't ask me anymore. I really don't remember anything else.
After that, Junpei could hardly try to force any answers out of the man. There was nothing more he could do. Instead, Junpei turned his mind toward trying to make sense of what 7 had told him. The children who had been kidnapped 9 years before. Apparently, a company called Cradle Pharmaceutical had been behind the kidnappings and had taken the children to the ship that they were on right now. They had been brought to the ship for an experiment of some kind. Something to do with controlling human beings. That's what 7 had said. The 16 children who'd been kidnapped were the subjects for the experiment. 7 had said 3 of their names were Aoi, Light, and Nona, which are real weird fucking names. Can we be fair for a second? Huh. That was the new information. He had also learned that Seven was, or at least had been, a police officer. Still, there was little he could do with this new information. He'd learned nothing about the Nonary game or Zero. He had no idea why they'd been brought to the ship that had been the site of those experiments from 9 years earlier. Junpei couldn't forget what Seven had said. He couldn't forget what he said the purpose of the experiment had been. Controlling humans. Could such an absurd experiment really have been conducted? I don't know. Before long, Junpei realized he had spent quite a bit of time in deep thought, and there was simply no time for that. He had work. We've got work to do. I don't really want to do the work today. I don't really want to do the work today. I don't really want to do the work today. I don't want to do the work today. All right, come on, let's go swap out these E's. Okay, boys. It looks like we're investigating the rooms. Or it looks like we're done with that. The only mystery left is the door.
All right. Well, why don't we crack that mystery then?
Well, we've got 4 tiles, and there's a bunch of tiles that are the same size up on the wall.
So if we replace 4 of the tiles on the wall, we'll get with the ones we've got. Then we can open the door.
There's only one way to find out. Let's do it. Okay. Wait, what? No. No. No! What? Oh, wait, how am I fucking this up? Jesus, what? 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 Reset. I don't know how I fucked that up, but no. This is what we want. Then this is what we want. Then that. And that. Jesus. Hey, did you just hear something unlock? Does that mean we got it right?
It looks like we did. The 14 hidden on the tile. If you convert that to hexadecimal, it's an E.
Oh, basically the E's and emergence are the 14s from the tiles.
Yeah. Great. Look, it worked. That's great. Let's go through the door. Give me my satisfaction. I found a way out. Honestly, go me. I think I can be proud of myself now. They passed through the open door and headed to the next room. Junpei jogged down the short staircase and looked around. Oh. Whoa. Is that an electric chair? Or like something to that effect? What the fuck is this place? The words of Vulgar had sprung unbidden to his lips, but it was clear why. Junpei shivered at the sight. Lotus and Seven reached the bottom of the stairs and stopped short, terrified.
Well, this room is really creepy.
I'm feeling like we ought to get out of here.
He jogged up the stairs to the opposite side of the room and shook the door on the wall next to the catwalk. It didn't open, and he muttered to himself.
Aw, figures.
It's locked, isn't it?
Yup. Don't know why I thought this would be any different, honestly.
Junpei looked around the room again. In the center of it was a chair. The back of it was covered with electrodes connected to a nest of wires, and beneath it was a strange glass panel. Junpei wasn't sure what it was for, but it definitely made him uncomfortable. Whatever might have been beyond the glass, Junpei couldn't tell. It was too dark. Junpei turned to look at the right side of the room. There was a table, covered with a piece of cloth. Parts of the cloth were stained with something that looked suspiciously like blood. On top of the table were a number of metal instruments. Junpei didn't know what they were for, and he had a feeling he didn't want to find out. The The fuck? His mind began to imagine what could have taken place in that dark, cold room. The things he imagined were not pleasant. Junpei shook his head in an attempt to clear it, and he tried to focus on something else.
Anyway, I don't think we want to stay here any longer than we ought to. So let's figure out the puzzle and get the fuck out of here. Come on!
Yeah, I can get on board with that plan. Wow, one puzzle into another puzzle. We are really turning into puzzle fiends these days. Okay, seek a way out. The torture room. Wow. Subtle game, subtle. The torture room. Alright, boys, if this isn't a climax, I don't know what is. Alright, let's start looking. Whoo, Nelly. Oh, that's a real creepy chair. The manacles make me think it was used to torture people. Yeah. Well, we can't open these manacles without a key. Huh. There's some sort of weird symbol on them. Is there? Can I click on them specifically?
Oh, what kind of a symbol?
I mean, if I've got this right, I think it's the sun symbol. Okay, good to know. There's something on the screen. This device will conduct the experiment. Once the experiment has been completed, the door will unlock. Oh no. Oh, this doesn't sound like a good ending for us. First, adjust the switches to match the blocks and sample in the sample above. Okay.
Huh? Look, I don't know what this thing is, but we gotta figure out this puzzle.
Yeah.
It's right next to a torture chair. Whatever it is, I don't think it's good.
Yeah, right. So we just adjust the switches to match the blocks up on top, right?
You adjust the switches shown at the four corners of the screen, then press the check button. Junpei, we don't know what this thing does. You can always come back to it later. There's lots of other things you could do.
Yeah, oh, God.
What?
Oh. Oh. That is not the same. That is definitely not the same. That is... Is this the same? 332, 332, 334, 334, 3 and 3, 333. Alright, both of my screens match. I'm hit the check.
Junpei, are you sure what you're doing is okay?
I don't know.
Adjustment is complete. Now proceeding to execution phase. To complete the experiment, data must be collected from subject. Once preparation is finished, place subject in chair.
Whoa, I thought we solved the puzzle already. What does it mean, put subject in chair?
I don't know, but I've got a bad feeling about this.
I think this means one of us has got to sit in the chair. Not it, noses, nose goes. Nope, Lotus. Sweetheart.
Well, 7's never gonna fit in that thing. It's either you or me, Junpei.
Noses!
Collecting data. I wonder if it's gonna run electricity through the subject.
Well, there's a human head on the screen. Maybe it's gonna zap the brain with a little electricity.
Junpei, this really doesn't sound safe.
Right. Anyways, we've still got to prepare. We can talk about this after we figured out what it means by preparation, okay?
Well, it wants us to prepare, so maybe we want to ask it what it needs to do.
Like what? Oh.
Error. The disposal tank is closed. Please fill tank with water.
What tank? You gotta do something with a water tank?
Oh, well, there's probably something around here to open the tank or whatever.
Right. It looks like the only controls are in this room. Okay. Look for a water tank. Got it. What's this? Oh, God. Oh, all of the dials are pointing in different directions. Maybe something will happen if we turn them? No, they're all rusted. Okay. Is this the water tank? I thought there was a hole here, but I guess it's got a cover over it.
Oh yeah, you aren't gonna be able to get that off. It's bolted on there pretty good. Maybe there's something around here we can use to get that thing off of there.
Can you see anything in there? If you can't see anything, I don't really think we need to bother with trying to open it.
It's too dark to see anything. I feel like I saw something shiny in there. Okay, well, we do have a table of tools, so maybe that's what we need. There's a number of ominous-looking tools and instruments here.
Oh, let's see. We've got
Oh God, straight man tools. I need Tim the Tool Man here. I do know what a hammer is. Okay, and a pair of forceps. And these other things are too old and broken. No idea what they are.
Oh, hey, doesn't this wrench look way too new to be here with the other stuff?
I think the wrench is what I want, actually.
It does. You know, I didn't notice it before you mentioned it, but it's not rusty at all.
Yeah, she's real out of place. No, I want to touch the wrench. Yes, I want the wrench. No, oh God, precision touching, boys. There we go. Got it. Okay, nice. Can we wrench open this? Cover's bolted on. Will I have wrenches? Well, a wrench. Sweet! It's open! Now what's inside?
The hole's too small. You can't see in even with the cover off.
Well, you can't see in, but I think there's enough room to stick your arm in. Oh, God.
Are you sure you want to do that? There could be something dangerous in there.
Do you want to do it, Lotus? Alright, here we go, boys. We'll just put an arm in the hole. Hey! I think I feel something. It's small, cold, and hard. Ooh. It doesn't feel like there's anything else in here. Alright, let's see what it is. Oh, it's the sun key. Okay. So the key opens these chains, right? The sun key should fit into the keyhole on these manacles. Alright, sun key, in you go. And nice, they're open. I don't think we're gonna need the sun key again in here. Just seems unlikely. Alright, sun key, you've done your job. Into my pocket with you. So now what? I don't think examining the chair is gonna cause the machine to do anything. I should probably take a look at the monitor instead. Right, oops. Fill the tank with water. We need to find the controls for the tank. Okay, well, I guess that's these. These look like controls. These levers have got to turn something on.
Oh, of course they would. All they can do is turn something on or off. What's important is what they turn on and off.
Don't say the floor is gonna suddenly open up.
Only one way to find out, sweetheart. Let's start clicking things. Red, yellow, do you think the colors mean something?
Oh. I mean, generally, I feel like red is more dangerous, but, other than that... The bottom of this one looks like it's covered in rust. I don't think it'll move at all.
Alright, what about yellow? I can see some oil or something down there at the base of the lever. It feels like it's got some movement to it. I should be able to pull this one.
Alright, great, boys. Let's blindly pull levers on the machine.
Well, if you insist. Oh! Is that water? Oh, the water tank is underneath the chair?
What the hell? Oh, what's going on?
Alright, just calm down, boys. It's just water going somewhere.
It sounds like it's underneath us. That means the floor. Oh! Junpei, look!
Oh, damn. I can see through the glass now. Yeah, let's take a look. Oh, there's letters. Oh. Is that a shark? Or a plane? There's a couple of letters in the color of blood written on the shark's belly. Why is there a shark? I'm sorry. What? A real shark? Did they strap a dead shark to the bottom of this thing? EDBF. Alright, don't know what that means. Oh, it's dead. Looks like the letters are E, D, B, and F. Whatever these are for has to be in the room somewhere. EDBF. Alright, well, we've done the next task, so what does the machine say to do next?
Error. Cannot communicate with external hardware. Check connection and power source.
External hardware? Well, that's gotta mean the chair. After all, there's all these cables running between them. Oh, see a power source for the chair, though. You think maybe it's controlled from somewhere else? I don't know. Thunder Phoenix 256, this puzzle is revealing a lot of weird things. We're in a torture room, there's a chair, there's water underneath us, and also a dead shark. It looks like the only controls are in this room. Alright, so I guess back to the control panel. What's over here? There's a ton of knobs here. It doesn't seem like any of them do anything, though. Oh, what was the order of the letters? Shit. EDBF. EDBF. E. Oh, there's a bunch of buttons here with the letters A through F. Let's push some of them. E. Down you go. So if I press it again... Okay, yeah. Okay. Oh my god, not the game teaching me how buttons work. Okay. E, D, B, F. Huh.
There's a strange noise coming from the chair. It looks like we've powered it on, Junpei. I guess the puzzle here was that the power had to be sent in a specific way.
Right, okay. Back to our machine. Let's see what's next.
The restraining device is unlocked. Please seat subject in device.
Oh, God. Well, like we thought, it's not gonna work unless somebody sits inside of it.
How ironic is it that this would be the situation in which my slim, beautiful body is useful?
Right. Are you sure that you want to do this? I mean, look, I can sit in it and you can solve the... Oh yeah, Junpei's right. If we screw it up... Seven couldn't bring himself to finish the thought. His eyes fell to the floor. Junpei followed them. Beneath them was the dead shark floating underneath the glass. Perhaps it had been killed by an electric shock.
I'll be fine.
Are you sure? Are you sure about that, sweetie? Here's the thing, Lotus is not one to put herself in danger. She's mostly been the girl boss bitch to get out of this, so I'm also a little suspicious that she's like perfectly happy to volunteer to be the test subject here. It feels like sitting in the chair is like a surefire way to get killed. So does she really know that she'll be safe?
Even if I fall in the water, the shark is already dead.
Yeah, but what if the water's electrified, sweetie?
No one likes an indecisive man, Junpei. I can still give you advice from the chair, too, you know. I just don't want to stay in this room any longer. Let's get this puzzle over with.
Right, okay. After her words had made it clear that Lotus would book no argument, she turned and walked toward the chair without hesitation. But she didn't sit down. Despite what she had said, the hesitation did set in, and her legs began to shake.
Look, do you think you could do me one last favor?
Well, let's not say last, Hunty. You're already doing better than the last run that I had. Oh, you guys are making me nervous.
Just listen. If something happens to me, I want you to tell my daughters that I loved them very much.
She has daughters? Oh man, Lotus is a mom?
No, tell them that I will always love them.
Daughters? Oh shit, you got kids, ma'am?
Yes, I do. I suppose they're about your age, Junpei.
Whoa, what the fuck? Lotus! How old is like the game's been making like Seven's been calling Lotus an old hag. I thought he was just being a dick. Is she actually kind of an old hag? Cuz isn't Junpei like a young 20 something? Or at the very youngest, I think maybe like 19. Girl, were you on 16 and pregnant?
They're twins. I did have them when I was young after some things happened.
By things, Lotus meant Ricardo and a lack of a condom.
Their names are Nona.
Wait! Hold up. Pause. Nona and Light. Nona and AOI. Wait, only twins? Nona? Junpei's words shot out before he even realized what it was that he was saying. Wow, we are getting a lot more tea on this playthrough, boys. I gotta say. He just remembered the story that Seven had literally just told him. Aoi, Awai, Awa. Somebody's name, Light and Nona. Those were their names. Or some of them, at least. The kids that were there in the experiment.
What the hell is wrong with you?
Lotus took a step back from Junpei. Seven looked just as shocked as Junpei. He blinked his eyes rapidly, as if he weren't sure that he were completely awake. Oh, no way, pal. Oh, it couldn't. Lotus. Is your last name Kashiwabara? Lotus's eyes went wide.
How do you know that?
Oh, fuck me, are you serious? What the hell is this? There's no way you're that kid's mom.
That kid? What do you mean, that kid? Why are you acting like you've met her?
Seven's brow furrowed. I have.
I beg your pardon?
Yeah, I met one of your kids.
When?
What's the other twin's name? About 9 years ago.
Where?
On this ship.
Why were you...
Look, it's not a short story, ma'am.
I don't care how long it is. You have to tell me. What happened here?
Lotus, are you unaware that you're, like, do you have information? Clearly, one, if not both of your children were kidnapped at some point? And are you under the impression that they're, like, are they home and healthy now? Because you're telling us to tell them that you always loved them, so, like... I need to put a timeline together here, ladies. I don't know what's going on. So Nona was kidnapped 9 years ago in the past. Lotus seems to, I guess, like, you're the mom. You must know if your own child had been kidnapped before. But you're also talking about your child's, like, we can go home if we survive this and talk to your children. So perhaps Nona had been rescued? Is that what we're going? Seven glanced at Junpei, then turned back to Lotus and began to speak. It was the same story that Junpei had heard only minutes before, word for word, detail for detail. Yeah, right. Okay. So Lotus, what do you have to say about all this? At last, Seven had finished. Lotus shook her head.
Oh my god! Everything I've been looking for the last 9 years. The person who had all the answers was right here?
Looking for?
That's right. 9 years ago, my daughters disappeared. And then 9 days later, they came back. They never told me what happened to them over those 9 days. I took them to the doctor, but I was told that they hadn't been hurt. Still, I was sure that they had gone through something terrible. So I couldn't bring myself to force them to talk about it. If I did, I'd force them to relive whatever horrors that they had been through. I didn't have any choice. I had to try to ignore it and move on. Bitch, what the fuck?! A few months had passed. Gradually, they started to act like they always had before they had disappeared. They started to smile again. They made jokes. They did all the silly things that kids do. It got harder and harder for me to ask them about what happened. How could I ask them to remember that? Eventually, I knew there was no way I could do it. I'm a mother. I couldn't simply forget something terrible had happened to my children. So I decided I would investigate what had happened to my own. I would find out what happens during those 9 missing days.
Oh, what did you find out?
Nothing! The police pretended to be concerned, but they didn't do a damn thing. Once the 16 children who'd gone missing came back, they were just swept under the rug.
All 16 of them returned?
Even the media didn't talk about what had happened. I figured that somebody was probably paying or threatening them to keep their mouths shut.
Oh god, we're going into a full-blown government conspiracy. Okay.
Cradle Pharmaceutical. No, probably something even bigger than them.
Cradle Pharmaceutical?
Have you heard of them before?
No! That's the first time I've ever heard that name. 7! How did you find out that Cradle Pharmaceutical was connected to the kidnappings?
I figured finding out whatever the victims had in common would lead me to the culprit. I mean, that's what any good cop does.
What did they have in common?
Oh, well, you see, every single one of the kids who disappeared had gone to this one hospital at some point. The hospital was one of a bunch that were under the control of Cradle Pharmaceutical. After that, it was just about connecting the dots.
The hospital.
The hospital. Yeah, for a while I was trying to get some kind of story out of the kids at the hospital. Well, you see, one of them told me a weird story.
Yeah, what was it?
Well, have you heard about the Gonsfeld experiment?
Dick, have I heard about any weird conspiracy that anybody on the ship has told me? Even my own girlfriend is busting my balls over here.
Oh, well, my name's not Dick, but I can tell you about it. You see, I guess that all these kids had to go through it while they were at the hospital. I think it was passed off as some sort of counseling.
Copster, how did you not know your children went to the hospital, Lotus? I think that one's actually reasonable to maybe get rid of. Well, right, you would think an overprotective mother would know, but I can suspend my disbelief enough to know that Lotus might have taken her kids to the hospital for some type of illness or something wrong with them without knowing that the specific hospital she took them to was managed by Cradle Pharmaceuticals, particularly if, like, let's say the hospital itself operates under a different name, like, I don't know, Johnson's Memorial Clinic or something, but then it is owned by Cradle Pharmaceutical. If you're just like a panicked parent that's like, let me get my kid to the nearest hospital, a regular-ass person might not think too much of it. Anyways, I digress. Seven cleared his throat and proceeded to explain the Gonsfeld experiment. First, subjects Q and A are put into separate rooms, far away from one another. Then a series of video images are shown to subject Q, who is told to send the images to subject A by thinking about them. God damn it! It's June's fucking Lotus's conspiracy about the fucking the picture of the dog. All right, it's telepathetic magic. Subject A, on the other hand, is put into a large reclining chair and given a blindfold. With their senses cut off, A is asked to guess what images Q is looking at.
Right, I have heard of that. It's a famous telepathetic experiment, isn't it?
Telepathetic? No, telepathy. Junpei rolled that really difficult to say word over in his mind. That's how the experiment on this ship was supposed to work.
The experiment to control people, right?
Yeah. I don't know if any of that telepathetic stuff really exists, but maybe someone from Cradle Pharmaceutical bought into it? Lotus grunted. Seven had been thinking hard for the last several minutes, and he finally spoke.
Even if that is the case, I still don't get how this has anything to do with any of this. The nonary game? Zero? You know, like, why were we kidnapped? Like, what does that have to do with telepathy? I know I brought all this up, but I just don't have any idea. maybe none of this stuff is connected after all.
Then, in that moment of silence, a cold voice echoed down from the ceiling. No subject has been detected. Unless a subject is detected within 60 seconds, all power will be shut down. System recovery is estimated to take 1 hour. If you wish to proceed with the experiment, please seat subject in the restraining device.
Oh shit, that doesn't sound good.
Yeah, no, it definitely doesn't. Okay, I'm going to sit in the chair.
Well, no, that's not what we...
Just hurry up and get it over with! Junpei, I'm counting on you.
Right. Man. Okay, Lotus. Oh, man. I'm about to fry a mom. This doesn't feel very good.
Lotus sat down in the chair. Junpei looked at her one last time. Oh, I don't like the way that's written. Then he made his way to the monitor.
Lotus, just please, tell me right away if you feel anything off. Honestly, Junpei, you worry too much. Just get on with it. Be a man or June's going to leave you.
Oh my god. Lotus was putting on the best act that she could manage, but her legs were shaking so much. If she hadn't been sitting, she likely would have fallen down. Honestly, look, she's the bitch in this game. I'm a gay man. I love the bitch. We live for the bitch. And Lotus is not just a bitch, Lotus is that bitch. Alright? She's a boss bitch. We love her. We respect her. Her breasts are beautiful. They are natural. They are not enhanced. And my god, ma'am, I hope you are not about to die. Failure is not acceptable. Junpei took one last deep breath and he stared at the monitor.
Oh no, what do I have to do? Okay. Don't worry, Lotus. I'm gonna save you.
Oh, what?
Okay, so make everything match, I guess. Okay, let's see. Okay. Okay. No. Wait a damn minute. How do I get that last one to turn into a spike? Do you guys see my conundrum? The pickle we're looking at is this one. This one. We want to turn this guy into a spike, I think. I'm having a difficult time. Yeah, so we got 2 spikes. We got to get that 3rd spike. Huh. Oh! Yes? Okay, good. Does it store our progress or we check one side at a time? Alright, before we hit the check button, let's make sure everything is in alignment. This is in alignment. No, this is not in alignment. Shit! Whoa, boys, we gotta be careful. That's not lined up. Fuck. Oh, man. Let me try the other side. Maybe that side's easier. This looks good. This looks good. Fuck, that's not good. This looks good. This looks good. Alright, hang on. Alright, that changes a whole bunch of shit. What? Huh. How does this work?
Both sides influence each other. Yeah, that's what I'm getting. Okay, let's start with everything off. Okay. Turn on 1. 1 powers on these. Bottom 2, top 1. Then it takes that off. And then it's back to normal. And then all of these are off. All of these are off. 1 brings 1 on the top, it brings 2 on the bottom. Does it change the other side? It absolutely does. Oh god, this is gonna be miserable to do. Okay. Okay. That's fine. That's great. That's superb. So let's just make 1 change at a time. Alright, if we turn on this, that's also helpful, it looks like. Yeah. If we turn on this on 1, that also looks to be mostly helpful. Put this on 1. Wait, oh, wait a sec. Put this on 2. This whole side matches. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's good. It's all the same. Other side. Other side does not match. We still got some work to do. Quite a bit, actually. Put this to 2. No. Put it back to 1. Put this to 2. No. Put that back to 1. Put this to 2. That helps a little bit. Oh, jeez. Oh, boyish. And we fucked up that a little bit. Put this to 2. Nope. That doesn't change anything on this side. Put this to 2. I don't remember if anything changed on this side. What the fuck is this puzzle? Oh my god, this is... There has to be some like big-brained move of a play to make here. I am struggling, boys. Let's put this to 1. That doesn't help. 2 off. 1, 2 off. 1. This side looks correct, right? Yeah. The other side... Wait, do I have it? Hang on, moment of truth, boys. Did I do it? This looks good. That looks good. That looks good. That looks good. That looks good. This all looks good, thank God. This looks good. 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 I think I got it. Check. Alright, Lotus. I think I did you good. The experiment has concluded. The door will now unlock. Oh god. I can hear the door unlocking! And now we've got a new message. Release subject from restraining device. Lotus! Are you alright? I am. I'm glad nothing bad happened, but I do think my life just got a little shorter. Right. Okay, hold on. We'll get you out right away. It shouldn't take long for Seven and me to get her out of here.
Well, let's get out of here now. Being a guinea pig is simply not for me.
Yeah, damn straight. Let's not see this ever again. Wow. Not gonna lie, honestly, a little bit anticlimactic. I was really expecting something awful to happen. Alright, well. Okay. Guess all's well that ends well? Guess we're good? I truly thought some electrical shit or some mind control. Nope, it was... Why did we even need her seated for that? Whatever. Outside of the room, on a hallway led off to their left. With nowhere else to go, they started down it. It turned left twice before they saw the elevator. In silence, they jogged up to it. Junpei pushed the C button. Oopsies. The elevator motor ground away, and before long they found themselves once again on C deck. The door opened, and they stepped off. They'd expected to find 4 other people waiting for them, but there were none.
Oh, where did they go?
Well, I have no idea.
Lotus shrugged. Something in the pit of Junpei's stomach stirred.
Uh-oh. Oh, man. Is our knife-wielding murderer on the loose?
He tried to forget the feeling, and he took off down the long hallway before him. Seven and Lotus followed at a run. They ran and ran and ran. The hallway seemed endless. Their destination had already been decided. The door behind the central staircase. There was a sun symbol engraved on the keyhole of that door, and Junpei had the sun key in his pocket. That key would open the door. It had to. That was why they ran for the central staircase. They had run for quite some time when they arrived at the door that ended the hallway. Junpei stopped. He laid his hand on the doorknob, breathing heavy. Seven laid a hand on his arm.
Hold on a sec there, pal.
Huh?
Oh, we don't have the key for this one yet, right?
There's the Jupiter symbol engraved over the keyhole. Seven was right. They didn't have the Jupiter key. So then we can't open this door.
Unfortunately, we can't.
Ah, shit. But the sun door's gotta be on the other side of this, you know? Frustrated, he twisted the knob. The door opened. The other 4 must have already opened this. Hey! It opened!
Huh?
The others must have found the Jupiter key.
Well, what are we waiting for? As he spoke, he shoved the door the rest of the way open. They rushed through. And stopped cold. Oh no. The terrible scene before them made their blood run cold.
Oh my... Jesus Christ! Wait a second, that's everybody but June! Oh no. Clover and Ace and Santa? 3 people lie dead, covered in blood on the floor.
I don't think I can deny that it's looking really, really suspicious that my girlfriend might be the killer, you guys.
Oh no.
Junpei felt a cold sweat trickle down his spine. He couldn't breathe, and his legs shook. His body felt cold, deathly cold. But his blood was boiling hot. He could feel his mind begin to fade. He couldn't think. He couldn't concentrate. His mind was blank.
What the fuck? Oh, what the hell happened here?
Seven's voice was weak and broken. He edged toward the bodies, his movements stiff. He bent down over Clover and pressed his fingers into her wrist.
Oh, nothing. She's dead.
Suddenly, Lotus moved. Before he understood what was happening, her hand was in Junpei's vest pocket.
Hey, what are you doing?
He leapt back. Lotus looked up at him, terrified.
The key! Give me the sun key.
Why?
Well, why do you think? We have to get the fuck out of here before the murderer comes back!
The murderer? The murderer. Once again, Junpei looked at the dead bodies. Santa, Clover, and Ace. That meant that the person who had killed them was... No. But that couldn't be true. Oh! Before Junpei could react, Lotus dove into his pocket and came out with the key. Oh my god, I thought we were stabbed again.
Let's go!
Okay. Without waiting for Seven or Junpei, she ran straight for the central staircase. They all followed suit. Junpei shut his eyes and swallowed his emotions. Morning is gonna have to wait. Soon they stood in front of the door. Lotus shoved the sun key into the keyhole and twisted it hard. But...
Why isn't it working?
What's happening?
Nothing! Nothing happened. I didn't feel it unlock.
Aw, shit. Is that the wrong key?
I don't know! Maybe.
Lotus sighed, defeated, and leaned against the doorknob. She felt it twist. Oh no! A small gap appeared between the door and the frame. Oh, what the fuck, dude?
You mean the door was already unlocked?
Oh no. But why?
Well, how would I know? Whatever, let's just go.
Lotus took a deep breath and slowly opened the rest of the door.
I'm waiting for June to pop up like, "Hi guys!"
They stepped inside. In front of them was another hallway. It stretched out toward the bow of the ship. They began to run. Faster and faster they ran, trying desperately to reach the end of the hallway. A few seconds later, they were there. In front of them stood a massive metal door.
I'm panting really nervously.
They were all breathing heavily as Junpei spoke. What the hell is this door? I can't see anything that looks like a doorknob or a switch. No, there's no lever, there's no card reader. There's nothing. How the fuck are we supposed to open this? Look, we don't really have much of a choice. We're gonna have to go back.
No! I'm not going back there. There's a murderer back there.
Or there's a murderer in front of us. There was more stark terror in Lotus's voice than authority. She was almost begging. But, I don't see any other doors. As he spoke, Seven stepped toward the door in front of them, as if to illustrate that it was the only door. An automatic door? It opened. Nothing surprising, a simple automatic door. Oh, look, guys. I've got a real bad feeling about this. You know, the other doors were already unlocked, and this one's automatic, so, you know, this isn't really like anything we've seen before in the game. How could their situation possibly get any worse? I mean, we could still die. 3 people were already dead. Well, 5, technically, but who's keeping count? They'd hit the bottom, Junpei told himself. There was nowhere to go but up. He stepped through the door. And whatever hope Junpei had managed to summon disappeared. No. No. It wasn't true. It couldn't be true. It's not possible. Utterly impossible. It was a dream. It had to be a dream. It had to be a nightmare. Yes, it was a nightmare. And if he could just wake up from it, he was seeing things. That's what happened. This was a hallucination. A lie. It wasn't real. It wasn't real. It couldn't have been real, right? June? No, the codenames meant nothing anymore. Connie! Oh! Fuck!
I don't think we're alone on the ship anymore.
What the fuck? Connie!
Junpei cried out and leapt through the door. He flew to her side, his heart like a stone in his chest. Connie! Connie! Oh my god, they killed Connie! Junpei swept her up, and he shook her by the shoulder. She moaned, and her eyes fluttered open, but only barely. This bitch is still alive! Connie? Jumpy! Her face was pale, and her lips were dry and cracked. Her eyes were blank and cloudy. They stared straight at Junpei but saw nothing. Junpei put his hand against the small of her back to hold her up. It felt warm and wet. He lifted his hand up, and it was covered in blood. Alright, chat. Like, is June a victim here? Or is she my psychopathic girlfriend who murdered everybody and then stabbed herself in the back to play the role of a victim? I don't really know anymore. Connie! The hell happened? How did this happen? What happened to the others? What happened to you? It was all he could do not to break into tears. Jumpy! I'm sorry. Her voice was thin, a minuscule thread. That was the only thing keeping her with him. I don't think I'm gonna make it. No! I'm not gonna let you die! I'm gonna save you, because I'm a man and it's my job! Jumpy, thank you. Your sexism does come off kind of sweet. Honestly, I was really happy to see you again. Really happy. Don't give me the I was crap! You're a woman. You don't know what you're talking about. You gotta come with me. You just gotta hang on, okay? You... What more could he do? He looked up from Connie, desperate for something. Anything. Then he saw it. A small submarine. No. A yellow submarine. A submarine? Well, what on earth was a submarine doing there? No, that didn't matter. Nothing mattered except saving Connie. That was the only thing he wanted. A submarine. But this isn't the number 9 door. So, if we want to give plausible deniability to June that she's not the murderer, did somebody else just board the ship with the submarine? And is the person who boarded somebody who's going around killing everybody? Why? Who? What? When? Is it June? Is it a third party that's not one of the 9 of us? What is going on? Every time I get a couple of answers, it just comes with like 30 more questions. Junpei turned his head back to look down at her. Just hang on, okay? There's a submarine over there. We're gonna see if it works. No, Jumpy, don't go. Please. Just stay with me, okay? I want to be close with you, Jumpy. Connie! Jumpy, did you know that you meant a lot to me when we were kids? I've liked you for a long time, Jumpy. A really long time. Junpei's vision had gone blurry. It took him a moment to realize his eyes were filled with tears. He could feel a piercing point of heat deep in his heart, like a white-hot flame. Jumpy, do you remember how we hung out a lot when we were kids? We went to the pool, and we went to the fair. Do you remember playing snowball at the school? All of them are memories I'll never forget. And all of those moments are treasures to me. But I also wanted to go to a lot of other places with you. But that isn't gonna happen now. No! I mean, yes, it can happen. We can go to a bunch of places, Connie. Do you hear me? I promise, we'll go anywhere you want to go. You just gotta stay alive. Really? Yeah, I swear. That makes me happy. Really happy. She said it to herself over and over, a weak smile creasing her tired face. Jumpy, I feel sleepy. Connie. Just don't fall asleep. Stay awake, sweetie. Oh, Jesus. Her eyes began to slowly close. Junpei screamed, even as he felt his throat go hoarse. Connie! Oh, God. Time passed. I was waiting to see if the bracelet was gonna deactivate and come off of her. Junpei wept, curled around Connie's body. He cried, and he cried until he had no tears left. When the last tear fell, Junpei was no more. His body remained, but only as an empty shell. Somewhere he heard a bell ring, and it was the clock at the central staircase. One hour left. It rang 5 times, then faded. 5 o'clock! Quietly, gently, and softly, he set Connie down on the floor. Slowly, he stood up. Only then did he realize that Seven and Lotus had not followed him. Where had they gone? He looked around the room. There was nothing. No sign that they had ever been there. It felt as though every part of Junpei's body was made of lead. Slowly, he made his way to the door he'd come through. As he approached it, it opened, sliding apart with a sound like grinding stone. Junpei passed through the gate and into the hallway.
Oh, fuck! Okay, we are clearing June as a suspect. Good news, my girlfriend is not the killer. Bad news, somebody is. And they fucking killed literally everybody. Literally everybody. Who are we looking for? Oh, sweetie, Lotus, you've died in 2 endings now.
His heart rattled in his chest, an empty, lifeless thing. It had been so utterly broken that there was nothing left to feel. When he saw their bodies, he just simply stared. It was a lake, a sea of blood. 2 bodies lay in it. There was no need to check. There was no breath left in them. His eyes lit on Lotus's wrist. Her bracelet! It was gone. He stared. It meant nothing to him.
Weird. This is the 2nd ending in a row where they're like, Lotus's bracelet has been stolen. Did one of these people fake their... Did one of these people fake their death?
Junpei didn't care anymore. He couldn't care anymore. Junpei's body felt numb. A part of him knew the lump of lead in his chest had once been a heart. He couldn't quite remember what it had been for. Tears poured from his eyes in great streams, and he wasn't sure why. He gave up trying to make them stop. He turned around. The door opened again, and slowly he walked through. He kept walking. Why bother stopping? An object set in motion, simple inertia carried him forward. Eventually, he found himself in front of the submarine. His arm reached for the hatch. Oh!
Oh, no. Oh, not again.
And then he was floating in the water. His eyes stared down into it. He couldn't see the bottom.
Oh my god, this is a fucking terrifying image. Who the fuck is that?
His back was hot. Dimly, he felt the blade of a knife in it. But who? One dead body lay behind door number 5. The body of the 9th man. Another lay in the shower room. The body of Snake. At the central staircase were 3 more. Ace, Santa, and Clover. Just outside the door were 2 corpses. Those of Seven and Lotus. And in the very room lay the body that had been Connie. And now Junpei would join them. So who, then, had killed them all? Who? Junpei let out one last breath. Faintly, he felt the bubbles creep up the sides of his face. His consciousness faded quickly, dissolving away into the cold, gentle lapping of the water. Oh. This is credits, boys. We didn't get credits last time. What the fuck? That doesn't mean that this is the real ending, is it? Bro, what? The credit, because we got bad ending and then told to replay the game. And this time we're getting credits. It's like, oh, everybody died. So who killed them? Lord, I hope that wasn't the best ending. No, this isn't the real ending. Oh my god, Dogface, this isn't the real ending, boys! Chat, you have to let me know. What do we do? Do we gotta go for another one? The good news is, I feel like we learned a good deal this playthrough. We learned a lot about Cradle Pharmaceutical, kidnapping children, doing weird experiments on them. Lotus's children were in the experiments. Clover's attached to the experiment in some way we don't fully understand. We know that Seven was like a secret agent who was investigating the kidnappings. But there's definitely more to unpack here. So chat, this is the end.
Or is it?
Nice. That's clever, game. Do we have to go for another? Are we gonna try to see if we can get some more details this week through another ending? That might be the case. We're over 2 hours for today, so I would say that this seems like the perfect place to call it. Oh my god. John Thomas, I kind of wish this was the best ending. I mean, honestly, this is kind of slay. Killer gets to keep their secret identity, and they get away with it completely. Oh my god, that was pretty dope, honestly, as an ending. They got us with that June fake out. Anything else? Would you like to keep the information you gained during this playthrough? I would. What do we unlock? We got the knife. And now we have the submarine. And honestly, the thing is, the submarine is the last one on their little picture list. Okay. Well, I think that means we're going to have to... I think that means we have to click begin with memories again. Am I correct in understanding that? Anyways, it's something we're going to do in the next one. Maybe I'll try to queue the game up because I do know that we have to do our skipping thing. Oh, God. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to go back to the prologue in the next one. So yeah, if you guys want to continue on, see if we can figure out this mystery, I'm down. We can give this game another week, the rest of this week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. See if we can get another ending. See if we can get the real ending, boys. Figure out what the mystery here is. I think... So the doors we still haven't gone through, I guess, is I don't think we ever went through the number 8 door, and I don't think we've ever gone through the number 1 door. So I think we have a trajectory there of things to do on our next playthrough to see if we can figure out even more information. But yeah, I think we could probably get another ending by the end of this week, and hopefully we can get one that has even more intel. Anyways, it's pretty late, so I should probably wrap it up. Thank you guys, as always, for hanging out with me. I hope that ending tickled your funny bones, boys. It's October now. It's spooky season, and I feel like that was kind of a spooky ending. So there we go. That's gonna be it for me for tonight. I will be back tomorrow at 7 o'clock Eastern time. If you could leave a like on the stream, the engagement is super helpful, and I will see you guys tomorrow. Okay, boys? Toodles!